Hi everyone. So today's look is classic Elizabeth Taylor. I wanted to do a look that was very classic to her, something that you would see her in very often, not necessarily something that you would see her in just a particular movie. This is definitely a little bit more womanly than, let's say, something Audrey Hepburn would wear, but definitely a lot more played down than, let's say, her in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. So I hope that you enjoy my Elizabeth Taylor tutorial, and thanks so much for watching. Alright, so to get started, I've already started filling in my brows. I put on the clear gel brow set and then a little bit of Tarte Emphasize, and then just began feathering it in. Now we're definitely going to want to make the brows a little sturdier, a little heavier, so I'll be right back. Now, even when doing a celebrity look and you want to alter something to make it more celebrity, I would still recommend, if you're going to wear it out, to make it wearable to use. So I'm going to take a brow shade that is complementary to me, and I'm going to be taking a little bit of charcoal matte brown. Even if you have really dark hair, I don't recommend going too dark on the brows. Her brows are fairly dark, but that was like another time and era where matching your brows to your hair color was more or less the thing. So it's up to you, but I'm just gonna start feathering him in. She definitely does have a defined arch, and then I'm gonna go underneath the brow. It's definitely heavier up front, and then it kind of tails out. I always do like the front center last because I don't want that to look too heavy. So now that I've already applied Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden just to neutralize the lid shade, I'm going to take a little bit of Buxom Stay There eyeshadow in Cocker Spaniel. It's just this really nudie, peachy kind of cream color. And we're just going to put a little bit of that onto the eyelid. Now we're going to take MAC eyeshadow in Orb, and we're just going to dust that all over the eyelid. I'm just taking that on a paddle brush. This is the MAC 252. I thought it was synthetic, but it's actually synthetic and natural, I believe. So we're just going to dust that all over the lid. Now we're going to take a little bit of MAC Texture eyeshadow, and which is this guy right here. It's just a soft muted brown. I'm just taking neutrals that are kind of matte. I don't really have these in other brands in my kit in particular, just because I'm trying to use up some of the stuff I already have because I don't want to over collect. It makes no sense. So we're just going to start in the very outer corner. And we're going to start brushing that into the crease. I'm going to feather it into the outer crease. Now I am going to want to go slightly more gentle in color. I don't want it to be too rich or too obvious a crease. Basically, I don't want to look like I cut the crease. So I'm just going to start going a little lighter now. I kind of prefer this color over Saddle just because I feel it has a little more character. Now I'm going to take a little bit of MAC's Blacktrack Fluidline, and we're going to go fairly thick on the upper lash line but with no wing, and we're going to keep the line consistent. So we're just gonna go like that, pull it out just so the eye doesn't droop, but no cat eye. Just taking little sketches. then I busted out a little bit of Inglot's eyeshadow number 64. It's just a black with some slight gold. You could just take a matte black, it doesn't have to be anything with shimmer. The shimmer doesn't show up a whole lot when you're just coating your gel liner. But what I like about coating the gel liner is A, it lasts longer, and then B, gives you a chance to help make the line appear more fluid without any sketchy strokes. I'm going to take a little bit of MAC's Lip Liner in Naked, and we're just going to line the inner rim of the eye just to brighten that up. You can take any sort of concealer-esque type pencil. I'm going to take a little bit of MAC's Costa Riche, and we're just going to place that and wiggle it around on the lower lash line. Very gently. I'm just wiggling it basically just to color those lash hairs slightly because she does have a little definition on the lower lash line. Also, what's nice about Costa Riche is it'll make green eyes greener, hazel eyes more green and gold, and then it'll definitely make your baby blues pop. So if you have the same color eye as Liz Taylor, well, actually she has supposedly had violet eyes, but either way, red will complement violet if that's the case. I'm going to take a little bit of 54 AMC right here. It's kind of a dupe of MAC's Folly. And we're just going to take that up on a pencil brush and then just barely wiggle that around using the exact same method. If she had any highlight work going, it was all like very natural, very creamy. So I'm going to take the Collection 2000 Illuminating Light Touch Concealer for the under eye area. And I also like to take some at the corner, just so in case there's any redness. If you have any excess on the tip of your brush, like a little goes a long way with this product for me. So I just like to dab it all over anywhere where I'd like to be highlighted. And that was like one twist, and there's all that extra product. I think this is a UK drugstore item too, so it's really affordable. But I know Milani here in the US also makes something like this, so you can always take that. And then I just sort of buff it in. You could also take a concealer, any normal concealer, but that might be a little bit heavy. So I would just go with this a very sheer type of concealer. I'm going to take a little bit of MAC Lustre drops, and these are in Pink Rebel, I believe. Pink Rebel. I originally got this thinking that this was a cruelty-free version of Benefit's High Beam, but you can go ahead and take any sort of iridescent shimmery liquid, and we're just going to place that in the outer corner. Of the cheekbone. And I'm also going to go down the nose bridge. Take a little bit of MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Pet Me. It's just a soft matte brown shade, and I'm sure a million brands make it. I'm just using my e.l.f. stippling brush, which is a good dupe of the MAC 188. And we're just going to start buffing that into the contour. What I do like about this powder is it did get me into playing with contours, because it's just like gentle enough. So if you're gonna start playing around with contours and you've never done it before, I definitely recommend kind of like a mineral based powder, because yeah, in case you like mess up, you can't really mess up because the powders aren't really dark enough to show an error. So it really helps you get good practice until you're comfortable getting a little darker. Then I'm just going to take a little bit of MAC Mineralized Blush. This one came out with Magic Mirth and Mischief. It's kind of a little neutralier than Orgasm. But those Milani Baked Satin Mountain Blushes are really nice. Sorry, my dog. And then we're just going to start more pigmented back here. And then just brush it forward, because she does have sort of like a strip of blush, but it's very light and natural. Not as peachy or as bright as the Kardashian Glow. It's almost like the pre-Kardashian glow. And then I'm just going to barely tap on a little bit of Inglot's number 351 matte right there. Kind of keeping her subtly highlighted. You can even put some at the peak of the brow bone. I'm going to take a little bit of MAC's Cherry Lip Liner. We're just going to line our lips and fill them in. I don't really want any hard edge strokes with Liz's lip because her lips are very soft. So now I'm just going to color them in. Now for the outer lip line, we're just going to sort of highlight it and define it with Naked Liner. I'm going to take a little bit of the Makeup Forever Rouge Artist Intense lipstick. This is in Moulin Rouge. It's just a really pretty intense cherry red. It actually reminds me a lot of the OCC Lip Tar in NSFW. You can take any sort of glossy, pretty red though. And so I'm actually going to go in and add a little bit of red gloss. Come to think of it, I'm going to add this. This is from the Face Shop. This is a fruit jelly tube. And this is in RD 302. So we're just going to add a little bit of that. Just right to the center. Okay, so that does complete my Liz Taylor look. It's sort of innocent, pretty, youthful, but bombshell. Definitely a woman, but not overly sexual. I hope you enjoyed the look. Thanks for watching.